Hi, everybody. Judy Tuttle here from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas, and I just noticed my branding at the top is not there, so let me pull that up so that you know who I am. Thanks for joining me today. This week we are doing a product-based class using the Made with Love suite. I'll show you everything that you would get in your kit. This kit includes $30 worth of product, and as soon as you register for it, we get it out in the mail to you, so you have plenty of time to work on it. Hi, Jeanne. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. All right, so I have some things that I need to chat with you about. Thank you for saying hello, Jeanne. If once you pop in, if you would say hi, let me know you're here. That always warms my heart a little bit. Hi, Roz. Oh, thank you. I had a great birthday weekend. Spoiled, of course, and I had a retreat scheduled for the 24th that I had to move to Saturday, which was my birthday because of the weather. So I spent all day with some friends crafting, and then Jim had a dinner arranged for me with some other friends, and it was a beautiful day. So Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. All right, so let's talk about what ends today. There are two things that could be ending. On my of class, my Chromebook doesn't use the browser. I gave it to you, Paula, as a PDF. So you shouldn't have to go to the browser to open it up. You should just be able to click on it, but I'll try sending it to you again, okay? Thanks for letting me know. All right, so I'll try it one more time, Paula, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, product of the month ends today, okay? So, well, it ends today unless they have a lot left over, and then they'll hold it over till the next month until it's sold out. Okay, I love this stamp set. I've already used it quite a bit. I love the fonts and the sayings. So you get this for $5 with any $75 order. So I will try to get that. Hi, Jana. Thanks for joining me. All right. So product of the month today is officially the last day unless they have a lot left over. Hi, Chris. So good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. All right. Next, bonus days. Today is the last day to get bonus days coupons. Any order over $50, you get a $5 coupon to use next month on any orders in February. So today is the last day to start stacking those up, and you can use as many coupons as you want on a single order. So if you have an $80 order and you had 16 coupons, you can get it free, okay? So that's how that works. Starting tomorrow, woo-woo, we have a new join special, and here's the deal. Same great join special we always have, $99 for $125 in product. But starting tomorrow, February 2nd through March the 3rd, if you join my team, they're going to throw in the Stampin' Positioner, $50 value, into your kit for free. It is awesome. I haven't had near enough time to play with it yet, but it's pretty awesome. And it has this awesome grid paper that attaches to these little pegs that are at the top right there. And it holds it in place. Lots of great things you can do with this. Someone suggested maybe they start selling masks that have those holes in them so the masks will stay. I love that idea. I think that's a great idea. So anyway, I would love for you to join my team. Tuttle Up Stampers is a positive, encouraging group of women. You get all my support, monthly team meetings. If you would like to come, we have a lot of fun at them. And all my PDFs of all my classes are posted in our Facebook group, and you get them for free. So think about joining my team. I love it. I'll put the join link in the description, but this starts tomorrow. Getting that Stampin' Positioner starts tomorrow in your kit, okay? So I would love to have you think about joining my team. Couple of upcoming classes. Nature's Walk card class is February 19th, or you can get it in the mail to go. 4 cards, 4 different designs, cards that are great for men. Birthday, everyday cards for men. I think you're going to love this class. $25. If you want to get it to go, you need to add on $8 of shipping. I cut and prep everything for you, but I'm not allowed to stamp, so you need the Nature Walk bundle in order to complete the cards as I designed. So that registration is open for about another week or so, okay? And then I talked about this last night in my Sizzler, and so many of you jumped on this, and I'm so excited. Easter Joy Craft-Along is our end of February craft-along. You get $30 in product, five, I'm putting my hand over here. You get 5 projects, 4 cards, at least one of them is a fun fold and a cute little 3D project for gifting. You can add on the bundle. Somebody asked today if they needed to buy it all, because I have a buy it all option. And you can certainly buy it all if you want to, but the class fee is still the class fee, okay? And in the class, you get a half a pack of the DSP. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll go to my hands here and show you exactly what you get. Let me pull all my junk out here. Junk. It's not junk, Judy. It's awesome product. Okay, my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go to my hands so you can see what you get in this craft along. Okay, you get, let me get rid of that. Let me go to my hands here. You get a full roll of this beautiful balmy blue gingham ribbon. I love it. It's so springy and great, right? You get a full package of the Easter assortment embellishments. These are self-adhesive. You get cute little Easter eggs in pretty and pink, and then you get some dots in balmy blue and lemon lolly. And you'll get a half a pack of this gorgeous, thick, rich designer series paper. And we have such cute cards designed for you. You're gonna love this class. You're gonna want to get it. You don't want to have FOMO at the end of February that you wish you'd bought it. And whether we can offer it that week or not depends on what's available, right? So think about the Easter Joy. Now look at this bundle. You get this cute little Easter basket, but you get these strips that you can cut and weave through the basket to make it look basket weaved, right? You get a scallop, some grass, some cute bunnies, carrots, daffodils. So adorable. And look how sweet these bunnies are. All about Easter and spring, okay? So you would need to add this on unless you have it already, right? And if you have it, great. Just get the Craft Along kit and you are ready to go, all right? Okay. Now that my hands are here, this is what's included in this week's class, and this week's class is a product-based class, okay? This is one of the classes we offered in our winter retreat, and we didn't have very many people take it to go, so we thought we'll just offer it as a class this week. You get a half a pack of the Made with Love Designer Series paper, okay? You get 4 of these awesome treat bags that I'm going to show you tomorrow how to decorate and make really cute, okay? You would get a full roll of this, what do they call it? Bubble bath faux linen ribbon. It's very thin and cute, okay? And then a full container of the loose Valentine embellishments, okay? So that is what comes in your kit, as well as all the projects cut and prepped. Now, what do you need on your own, which you can add on, is the Endless Love bundle, okay? Now, it's adorable. You can use it for years and years. The paper's adorable. This whole thing is adorable, right? So think about taking this class to go this week. I hope today you fall so in love with our projects that you're like, I need that class, right? So let's get started. Today I'm doing 3 cards with you. Tomorrow I'll be here at 11 o'clock for 2 3D projects for you, okay? So here we go. Here is our first card that is, look at this. Whoop. It is called a center stage card. It looks like center stage, right? And it lays flat. Look at this. It lays flat, totally goes in an envelope, lays perfectly flat. But as soon as you take it out, it pops like that. It pops up. So fun. So cute. Okay, and it's pretty easy. So let me show you how to put this together. Okay? Here we go. Pull out all my parts here. So I do want to say, and I you know you guys are probably going to get tired of me harping on this all month long with this join special, but I love my team. They're an awesome group of people. I never hear complaints. They ask questions if they have questions, but I never hear them complain about things going on in the Stampin' Up! World. And I hear a lot of other team leaders talk about, oh, there's so much drama on my team. And there really isn't drama on my team. And I love that about them. And I hope that they feel like I'm a good leader for them. Okay, so this is a panel that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I scored it right down the middle here at, hi Sarah, at 2 3/4. Okay, so it's scored right down the middle. Now I have 2 panels of DSP. I think they're 2 1/2 by 4. You can still buy the PDF for this class as well. Yesterday, quite a few people just bought the PDF, and I think that's a really good route to go, especially if you already have all the stuff for this, right? Why does it never fail that my liquid glue bottles want to back up on me as soon as I go live? I don't know. It's fate, I guess. Okay, so here we go. This one, is it going to work for me? So if you already have all this product, you already have the bundle and the stamp set, and you just want the ideas, getting the PDF is the way to go. Okay, there we go. I don't know how you can have a pin stopper in there and it still be clogged. Here, let me try this one more time, and then I'm going to move on to another method. Okay, let's try it. There we go. Just needed some encouragement. Okay, so this panel's going to go right here on this side between the edge and the score mark, and this one is going to go on this side. So today I'm doing 3 cards with you. So this class might run a little longer than usual, but it's always here. You can watch the replay if you need to. Okay, so that's right there. That is our card base. That is all we have to do. Next, we have this other piece of real red, and it's scored at 1/2 inch on the ends. And then it's scored down the middle. And this one, I want it to pop out like this, so I'm gonna burnish it that way. Okay, so this is what this one looks like, and it's the panel that's gonna pop out here on the front. Okay, so I have 2 more pieces of designer series paper here. Okay, I'm gonna put one of them on this side. And one of them on this other side here. Right like that. Awesome. Okay, now this panel is going to get adhered right on top of this one, and all I do is line up those score lines in the middle with each other. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue on either side here. I don't know, does it look better that way? I don't know if it matters. But we're just going to line up these middle score lines with each other. But the only thing that I'm going to glue are these edges here. Okay. So I'm going to fold those folds in. I'm going to line this up with my score line at the top and the bottom and press it down. Okay, I'm going to grab a block to kind of give some pressure to that while we're waiting. Okay, now I have another red panel, and this is that band that's going to go at the bottom. It is 6.5 by 1, and I scored it at each end at 1/2, and I'm going to fold those in. Okay, right like that. And these are going to go down here at the bottom. But before I put that down, I am going to stamp this piece of the DSP, that bubble bath. And I'm going to grab my real red ink here, and I'm going to stamp Today and Always on the right hand side here. There we go. Today and Always. This is going to get adhered right on top of this bottom panel here, and then I can add it to the front of my card. Well, now this glue bottle is just producing glue like you wouldn't believe all over the place here. So let me spread it out a little bit, and this piece can go right on this front panel right there. All right, now this is going to get adhered right here to the bottom, very bottom of this. This is going to help it stand up, so you want it flush with the bottom edge, okay? And I'm going to put hi Sherry, how was your birthday? Sherry and I share a birthday, which is fun. All right, here we go, and I am going to attach this here just using those 1/2 inch scored flaps in the back to the bottom edge of this card. You kind of hold it up here and press that in. Okay, and that really is the design of the card right there. That's what's going to help it stand up on itself. Okay, can you see that? So fun. Okay, now I only have to do this middle pop-up section that says love. So I have a piece, I have a little piece of basic white. It is cut 3/4 by 3, and I have it scored at 1 and 1 1/4. And let me remind myself here. 1 1 1/4, 1 3/4, and 2. 1 1 1/4, 1 3/4, and 2. Now I'm going to fold this in like this so that this panel that's in the middle is what the love is going to sit on, okay? And then these are going to fold like this, kind of accordion fold in. So my apparatus here that's going to help that love pop out is going to look like this. Okay, now there's pictures for all of this in our PDF, so you should be okay with the PDF. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bone fold that really well, get a really good score on that, and then these side panels in the back here is what's going to attach to my card base. So let me show you, and you're going to center this center right here, this center with the score line right here on this front panel. So I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to make sure the centers of those apparatuses are right on that score line. And there we go. All right, right like that. Cute, huh? Okay, so it's going to go on the card like that. Now on this white panel, it is 1 1/8 by 2 3/8. I'm going to stamp the word love in real red ink. You know what? I'm going to practice it over here real quick and make sure it's, yep. There we go. Beautiful. That love is going to go right on that center panel right here. So I'm going to add some glue. My bottle is like dripping all over here. So I'm going to get a wipe and wipe this off real quick. There we go. It's just going crazy on me now. Okay, so right here, just on this center pop-up part right here, I'm going to put liquid glue. And then I'm going to lay the word love right centered on top of that, right like that. Cute. Now look, it's just going to pop right up on that center panel. When this goes like this, that love pops out. And it's like, love. All right, so almost done. Pretty cute, huh? Pretty easy, really. I'm going to grab my ribbon and I'm going to cut 2 strands. And we're going to tie it in a bow, a double strand bow. There we go. Pull it a little smaller. And this, I'm going to put behind the love with a glue dot. So how big do I want it? I think I want this side to be a little smaller. There we go. I'm going to grab some glue dots on the back of this and put it right underneath the L on the love there. It's going to go right behind my love right there, so it pops out. It's just behind it, and I'm going to cut these legs off. They're a little much there. There we go. Okay, so now I have my package of embellishments here, and I just want some hearts. Okay, so I want a red heart, a pink heart, and a white. It's really more like strawberry slush, I would say. So I'm going to put 3 small dots if my glue will, there we go, dot, 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 right there next to today and always. And add 3 little heart embellishments right there next to it. Grab my take your pick tool here. I'm going to grab a strawberry slush one. Put it right there. Grab a white one. Grab a pink one. So cute, right? And then my friend Imelda on Saturday put some little lips on this side of here, which I think is a cute idea. So let me grab those lips. There we go. So cute. Look at that. Pop-up center stage card. So fun. Do you guys like this? The good thing about it is it all lays flat in the envelope, but as soon as you take it out, it wants to pop this way. So it sits nicely on a shelf, something to admire. And what I would do is add a panel of basic white here on the back so you have a place to like write a note to the person on the back. So I hope you guys like that project. Let's move on to the next one. Have you guys ever seen a card like that before? It was new to me. I've never made one. Trying to get these embellishments back in the container here. Never made one like that. I've seen them, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that card. Gosh, you guys, I haven't sneezed and coughed all morning, and then I sat here to do a live, and suddenly it all wants to hit me at once. Okay, I think you're going to love this next card because it has a little shaker element to it. Okay, I need to get some things out of the way here. I'm going to move some things over. I'm going to get my space back here. Okay, there we go. I am going to clean these off. And I love this next card because we have these things that are called flip-flaps. Have you guys bought any flip-flaps? They're really made for scrapbooking, putting pictures in it, but we are finding ways to use them in card making too, which is really my forte, right? But this is such a fun, cute card, and I think you're really going to love one. They are fun. Okay, so look how fun this card is. Woo! See how it has that shaker element? Boop, boop, boop. And then it opens like this, and then it opens like this. How cute is that? So these are called flip-flaps. They come in lots of different sizes, but the size I'm using today is the 3x3 size, okay? So I'm going to show you how to put this card together. Super cute and so much fun. All right, so let me grab my envelope of stuff, and the flip-flaps for this are 3x3. They come in a package of 12, and they have a little adhesive strip on the side here so that you can adhere them to a scrapbook or a card like we're doing. They come 12 to a package, okay? So I only need one. Okay, here we go. So I started with a panel of Flirty Flamingo here, and it is cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4 like we usually do, but an extra score on this side at 2 1/8. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half, bone fold it, good, and then we're going to fold it back on itself and go this way. Okay, so that creates that accordion fold there. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take this Arrow DSP, adhere it to this piece of black. It is a very fine edge around it. It's just a little bit to help it pop from the front of the card base. I feel like mine needs to be cut down just a tad here. So let me cut just a smidge. There we go. I think that's going to help it fit better. Let me do just a smidge from the top here. Okay, there we go. Now I know it's going to fit nicely. All right, again, I would use liquid glue on this because it's a tight fit, right? So you want this DSP panel with the Flirty Flamingo arrows and hearts to go on this black panel here. 2 inches by 5 3/8 is what this black panel is. I give you measurements from the PDF if I can remember them, but I don't want to keep stopping and looking. So the best way to get all the measurements is to buy my PDF. It's only $15 for the 5 projects. And I don't know, I think we do a really good job with how we design our PDFs and take pictures and everything and put them together. Okay, so this is going to go on this front panel right here, okay? My ladies on Saturday just really loved these cards, and when my friend Monica and I, my collaborator, were thinking about this week, we said we should just show them to our online people because they are very cute. And we realize the timeline is short between now and Valentine's Day, but we can get it to you. Okay, so now this flip-flap has a slit in it right here. for pictures and for a scrapbook, but we're going to use it on this card. So what we're going to do is make like a little shaker element here. So I'm going to take that slot, and I'm just going to put in some of these Valentine embellishments here. Don't want too many, you don't want too few. Okay, so there we go. That's about right, okay? Just put them in and it'll create its shaker. Okay, now we want to seal. It's okay, Mary. I love you here anytime you come. It's so fun. Okay, so where that slot was that I just put those pieces in, I want to close it up with a piece of tear and tape here. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it so you don't see that in the long run. Okay, so that slot has been sealed. Okay, now we're gonna take this adhesive strip right here and pull it off, and this is gonna get adhered right on the side edge of our card right here, right next to where that tear and tape is showing. But don't worry, we're going to cover it up. Okay, so there we go. That's going to create our flip flap here that's going to go on the front of our card. Okay, now I'm going to do the inside panels. So I've got my black panel and I've got this DSP right here. And this is going to go here on the inside, and it's going to cover up where that flip-flop is attached to the card. Okay, so it's going to cover it up so you don't see it. All right, let me see what I'm doing here. I feel like my black needs a smidgen cut off. So I'm going to cut a smidgen of my black off here. This one, I believe, was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. There we go. There's my smidgen. Now I can add my DSP panel to this. So much better. Perfect. See, you just want a tiny little edge around that. I'm going to add liquid glue to my DSP and then onto my black panel. And then I'm going to adhere the black panel inside the card and covering up where that flip-flop was. Flip-flop. I keep calling it a flip-flop. Flip-flap is adhered to the inside of the card. So it's going to cover it all up, okay? All right, so this is going to go right here. Like that, okay? So then this will close and this will flip over like that. And that, oh no, what just happened to my hands? I tell you, it's always something, right? Okay, so here we go. Am I back? There we go. All right. So fun. All the fun things that happen on Facebook Lives. Okay, so let me pull these things over. Get some space going here. Do I need to zoom in a little bit? Would that be helpful to y'all? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Now, that is basically the fundamentals, okay? So now I have 2 of these black strips. Just had them here. Literally, I just saw it. 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to have to cut another one. This is 1/2 of an inch by 3 1/4 inches. And I'm going to put it here to cover up that adhesive on that side, okay? And then I'm going to put it over here and cover up the adhesive that's showing right there, okay? So, I'm going to grab some glue here. First, this one is going to go right here, like that. And then let me grab another one out of my stash here. There we go. See how I have cards all ready to go? As soon as you're ready to make the purchase for this class, I'm ready to ship them out to you because I've cut extras. Okay, so there we go. That's going to go right on there like that. And then this one is going to go on this other side. Right here. Okay. Cover up that area where the tape is showing. Right, like that. All right, now I'm going to grab some ribbon. And I'm going to actually wrap this around here a couple of times. And tie it in a bow right here on this front side. There we go, right like that. All right, now all I have to do is my stamping, and I am good to go. So I have 2 white panels. First of all, I have a red panel that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I have 2 white panels that are 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, so on the front white panel, I am going to stamp "Sending You" in Memento Black at the very top. Okay, let me test it here. Looks great. Okay, so I'm going to put "Sending You." I'm going to pull it down here so I get it straight. There we go. I have my heart that is the line, I call it the line heart. It's a little more like line drawn. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or not, but it's going to go sideways like this. Okay, and then I have some confetti on a tiny little block here. And the confetti dots are just going to almost did it in black. You guys, I just need to take a deep breath, right? I don't know what's going on today, but whew. Okay, Judy, let's just chill and have fun stamping with your friends, right? Okay, so I'm just going to add some dots here. I know you guys are going to love this when it's all done. I'm just adding a little confetti around my card base. All right, and then I'm going to grab the word "love" and stamp it in real red ink right in the center of that pink heart. Beautiful, right? So one more thing, I'm going to grab these multi-hearts here, and this is going to get stamped in the bottom left corner of this inside panel right there. So cute. Okay. I'm going to adhere the outside panel to the real red card base. There we go. And then this panel is going to go inside. So I want to adhere this onto this, just the front flap right here. so that the shakers will kind of shake over it. And so it's like magic when it opens up, right? So there we go. So I want to line this up over here. And I can pull it this way just a little bit so that it just covers that front panel. Okay. Now I'm going to add dimensionals just to this side right here. Okay. Because I don't want it to stick to the inside of the card. So I'm going to put 3 right here on the very edge. And then 1 kind of in the middle here. Okay, maybe a little bit closer to the inside here. There we go. All right. So Mary, did you ever figure out who that was making things with? So Mary called me and she's like, I saw this really cute card from this demonstrator, but I can't find the product online. And then we discovered that it had been retired. So somebody was using it, which is fine. Any demonstrators can, but that's the frustrating thing for customers, right? Is that when they want to buy it, it's not there. Okay, so there's our shaker on the front. How cute is that? All right, now for the inside, we want this panel to be here, but we want it to hide behind our love panel there. So this is my best way of telling you to do it. You're going to take this panel and you're going to fold it over, lay it over on top of this red as if you were adhering it with that border around it. And then you're going to add glue, and then you're going to take the back and fold it over on top of that, okay? And press it down, and that gives you an inside panel that you know when you close this, it's not going to show. So there's our second card. What do you guys think of the shaker? Do you like the flap with the shaker on it? I think it's so much fun. So much fun, right? Okay, now, last card of the day. Remember I told you we were doing 3 today. Let me put this aside and I'll pull those back out in a second. I love this next card because it uses Pool Party with all these reds and pinks, and it's so pretty. Okay, so here we go. Here is our last card of the day. Lots of die cuts, but super easy to cut and put together. Okay, so here's our card for today. It says hugs and kisses. You've got those shaker elements. You got lots of die cuts. You have lots of DSP. You have so fun. This is a wow card for sure. And then on the inside, you have that heart with the X and O on the inside. Isn't that fun? Do you guys like that one? Okay, so let's put this one together. We are going to take a piece of DSP. Let me get all my die cuts over here. Okay. I have this piece of DSP. Now I'm just going to rough the edges up a little bit, give it a little texture. Okay. And then we're going to take our bone folder and just kind of flip that corner just a little bit so it flips out and gives it a little texture right there. Okay, right like that. Now, this is going to get adhered right here on the front of that Pool Party card base. 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. And okay, today, you guys, is the day of, if it can happen, it's going to happen. That's what we're going to call it today. It hasn't been too bad, has it? But I just feel like, sheesh, it's been a little chaotic. Okay, so that is going to go right on the front like that. And this is just going to kind of curl a little bit right there in the corner. Okay, now I'm going to adhere this small Flirty Flamingo Heart DSP to the inside of this perennial postage die, right like that, okay? So, whoop, whoop, whoop. And there you go. Now this is going to get popped up right on the front of this card base here with dimensionals, okay? So let me grab those. Well, I for sure have enough Valentine cards for half the world. What about you guys? Maybe some of you don't have very many at all. And you know, some people are like, I love a quote from my friend Kay Cogbill. She presented a Valentine set a couple of years ago at one of our conventions. And she said, I know some of you may not have a spouse, but surely you have someone in your life that you love. And I love that saying. I thought that was really cute because you have girlfriends and other friends that you can tell them you love them on Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be exclusively romantic love, right? Okay, I cut a banner from our banner dies. I love those banner dies, pennant banner dies, party banner dies. I don't know, something like that. And they are awesome. You can get them in a bundle with some big letters, alphabet letters, and so many uses for that. Not only with cards, but also with scrapbooking and parties and making big banners for a lot of occasions. Okay, I'm taking my strawberry slush ink and I'm grabbing a blending brush and I'm going to brush strawberry slush ink all over this banner. I want it to be really light and airy. Okay, so when you blend, you're always start off the page and then pull it into the paper. Because that's what happens when you first lay it down on. Okay, that looks great. It's supposed to look kind of airy and, you know, not perfect, so don't try to get it perfect. And then I'm going to keep this out. I need to clean these little hearts from my last project that I used them on. Get the real red off. And strawberry slush hearts are going to go on this, but we're going to stamp them off first. And I really love the look of this on the card because it's very subtle. Almost looks like the bokeh technique, you know, that photography technique where you have little bubbles and hearts in the background. In photography. It's used in photography. If you can't discern what I'm trying to say there. So it's called the bokeh technique. And how cute is that? I think that's enough because you're going to have a lot of other things on there. I love the look of that. Okay, now I'm going to start gluing. Nope. Next, I'm going to grab a piece of ribbon. We're not going to glue quite yet. Have a piece of this ribbon. And I am going to wrap it around and just secure it in the back here. Okay. So I'm going to add some Seal Plus. And I'm just going to press that ribbon into that on both sides. And then we can cut the excess off here. Whoop, whoop. Okay. All right, now I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put dimensionals on it and stick it right here on the front of this card base, okay? I really love those hearts on the front, how you stamp them off, and just very subtle, very sweet look, not overpowering on that background at all. Here we go, put a couple in here in the middle. And so are any of you doing anything special on Valentine's Day? My husband and I rarely, I wouldn't say never, but rarely do anything for Valentine's Day because my birthday, of course, was just last weekend and his is on the 17th. So, you know, Valentine's Day just seems like another something to celebrate, and we know we love each other. So There you go. All right, so I'm going to put these pieces over here. And I have two banners that I've cut from those dies. One is in red and one is in white. So on this white one, I am going to stamp Hugs and Kisses in real red ink. Let me see, make sure I've got the right side here. Here we go. Hugs and Kisses. And this time I want the dot on the right side. There's going to be other projects we do tomorrow where we want the dot on the left side. So just depends on which way you want it to hang on your card. And I'm going to offset this on this red one here. It's going to offset kind of like that. Okay. So I'm going to put just a touch of adhesive right here. This glue bottle has issues, let me tell you. Too much or too little or not enough. So sometimes we go out to eat or something like that, but we don't usually buy each other big gifts or anything because we spoil each other for our birthdays, right? So to each their own. Definitely don't need any more chocolate in my life, right? Okay, so I just kind of offset those banners like that. Oh, fun! I've been to Puerto Rico on a cruise. I loved Puerto Rico. Are you going to St. Thomas and St. John's too? That's usually kind of all in um, that same kind of cruise element, or is it just around Puerto Rico, Christina? Okay, so here we go. So cute. I'm going to just tie a bow through the tags here with this ribbon. That is the nice thing about the size of this ribbon being so little. It's because you can use it, you can double it up, you can single use it, whatever floats your boat, right? Speaking of boats. Okay. Here we go. Cute little bow. Let me cut my legs off here. That's what I call those. And then we're just going to pretend like this is attached to the top like this. So we're just going to kind of sideways put it like that. I'm going to grab some dimensionals for the back of this tag. Just a couple. So fun. I love cruising. Cruising is my favorite kind of vacation. Well, I don't know. A couple years ago, Stampin' Up! Sent us to Cancun to an all-inclusive resort. That was pretty fun. Everything's free, right? You just go, please, here, I want something more to drink, or I need some food, and they just bring it to you. It was a lot of fun. Lots of places to eat. That was fun too. But we have gone on lots of cruises, Christina, and I love being pampered. I love the pampering, right? Okay, so this is going to go on. I don't want it quite that far off. We put it right there. Then I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of this small pool party bubble bath heart. And we're going to pop it up here underneath the red one. We're going to add those arrows on. That's super fun. So I told you I'd go a little longer today because I'm doing 3 cards with you. Looks like got a lot of subbing days this week. They just really need a lot of help at the school that I sub for. So I'm doing half a day tomorrow afternoon. So that's why my live tomorrow is going to be at 11. Okay. And then Wednesday, most of the day, and then Thursday, all day. So, tomorrow I'll be here at 11 for the last two projects, okay? Plus, I want to get them done so that if you decide you want to get it, I can get it in the mail to you ASAP. Hopefully you can get it this weekend and get these cards made if that's what you want. There we go. I'm taking these two pool party arrows and kind of crisscrossing them on that that heart there. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I'm going to grab my panel of basic white for the inside, and I'm going to stamp in the corner here. Let me look at my sample again. In Strawberry Slush, I'm going to stamp this, make sure there's no ink on that. Yep. This kind of scratchy sideways line art heart. That was a long name for a heart, right? It's going to go kind of sideways like this. Yep. And then I've die cut I'm like, where's my O? I die cut an X and an O that'll go inside that. Here's my X. And here's my O. And I love how they did these O's because there's a little heart cut out of the center of the O's. They're very cute. This is a super cute bundle. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put these back over here in my envelope. All right, this is going to go to the inside of the card. And then all that's left is scattering on some of those embellishments on the front. Get it straight. There we go. Thank goodness for liquid glue. Helps us get it straight. See, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Right? Okay, so I'm going to grab my embellishments here. I'm going to add some hearts and some of those little envelopes in different places. So I'm just going to start putting on some dots. You don't want anything really big. This is the way, to me, this is the easiest way to do it. Put your dots down and then just lay your embellishments on top where you want them. Okay, so there we go. I have the little heart here that came out of the center that's red, real red. So I'm going to stick it right up here on that dot. And then I'm just going to start grabbing my envelopes and putting them down where I want them. So I want one right here. I want another one. I don't know how they make these, but they're so cute, those little envelopes with the hearts on them. Another one right there. There's where my envelopes. I got 3 of those. I'm going to add on a white heart down here, a pink heart. Not that color pink. I want like a strawberry slush pink. Yep, right there. There we go. And then I want some lips. Let's see if I have some here. I do. Good. My lips are going to go right here next to that heart. How cute is that? Okay, so that is card number 3. Tell me what you think. I'll pull them all out here. Maybe you can tell me which one is your favorite. That's the hard part, right? You can pick a favorite. It's okay. Their feelings won't get hurt. My feelings won't get hurt. But they're all a little special in their own way, right? So that's what the ladies on Saturday were saying. They were like, I love all these cards. They're so different. They're all special in their own way. I love the banner and the die cuts on this one, right? And then we have the shaker fun fold card on this one, right? How cute is that? And then we have our center stage card over here. So all kind of fun quotes. Yeah, isn't it cute, Sharon? I love it. It is so cute. So cute. So those are our 3 cards for today. You know what? I should probably pan out a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. All 3 at once. There we go. And then tomorrow, 2 3D projects, one with the treat bag, and then we have one awesome pocket folder card. I think you're going to love it. So join me back here at 11 tomorrow. And remember, if you want this product-based class to go, you get a half a pack of paper, you get the make and take for one of each project, you get the ribbon, you get those shaker embellishments, you'll get that flip flap for that one card, you get a whole roll of ribbon. So it is a great value. $49 shipped to your door, and I would love to get it out to you as soon as possible. So again, I'll be here at 11 tomorrow for our last 2 projects. You're going to love them, gifty items. And gosh, I don't know, it's kind of fun to shake this one. I like it. So there you go. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here at 11 tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, I'll put all the links to everything in the description after this video is over. All right? Okay, see ya. Bye.